Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
Much more than this, I did it my way.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vinny Rock. I am ready to do this podcast. You know, it kind of sucks because Kaz still isn't here. So if any of you guys are around in the Salt Lake area and want to jump on with me as a co-host on my podcast here and there, you guys are more than welcome to, as long as you're not freaking boring and quiet as fuck. It'd be cool to have someone else here to spit with until Kaz gets back. Before I go any further, obviously, we have a bunch of sponsors. I wouldn't even say a bunch. You know, we have a bunch of companies that I own or have partnership in and whatnot. And then we have a couple that do sponsor the podcast. One of the major ones that sponsor the podcast and that I own, obviously, is Warfighter Tobacco. Warfighter Tobacco just released a bunch of new Nicaragua cigars. Again, my favorite, which is kind of an upper scale cigar. It's going to cost a little bit more than your average cigar that we have. It's called the Victory cigar. Why is that? Well, you guys have to smoke it to find out. It's fucking amazing. I love it. I'm actually getting a couple things in the mail today. We're going to finally have the signature Rocco cigar. I'm going to be testing it today, making sure I love it. If I love it, we're going to start getting it banded, designed, and shot out there for you guys to have. Obviously, what I like to smoke is a little bit stronger than the average cigar. It's kind of like a Maduro blend, right? It's a darker blend, which means it has a little bit more body to it. And those of you that are not big smokers, if you're trying to catch a buzz, that might be the one for you. Either way, guys, go check out Warfighter Tobacco. You can use my promo code VinnyRock. Get yourself 11% off. Other sponsors, here's one near and dear to my heart that I'm just really trying to grow. It's funny, and I'll probably talk about this later, but beer.com. Beer.com is my company. I own it with a partner, and we haven't really done much with it. You know, we want to continue to grow it. It is a good product. It is a quality product. You can always bank on that I'm going to be backing quality products. But, you know, we haven't done the marketing side of it yet because it's just been so busy. But if you guys get a chance, go ahead and check out beer.com. If you have questions, hit me up directly, man. I'll answer anything you need. Also, comes with that is El Vato. That is the pomade that I have, which is hands down one of my favorite things that I do. I think it's really cool because I love the hair industry. I love the world of barbers and all that stuff. So it's kind of a cool deal to get into. And eventually, I'm going to try and hopefully open up a barber shop. But with that, there's also Black Ops Grooming. Don't forget about them. All of it's under the same kind of umbrella. You know, I think 2018 is going to be a really big year for us in that field. I have a lot of things in the work. I'm working on some female products as well, all kinds of different stuff, but that's one of the major focuses this year. Obviously, you guys know Willie Peach Chocolate. He just sent me a bunch of them. He sent me one with chocolate and potato chips in it. I haven't tried that yet. I'm pretty excited about it. Go check out Willie Peach Chocolates. They're freaking amazing. You guys know Combat Flip Flops. Those are my dudes. Check them out. You already know. Ranger owned, operated. They're doing their thing. You guys might have seen them a couple years back on Shark Tank, and they were picked up by what was his name? Damn it! One of the fucking badasses picked them up, and their business just grew and exploded from then. And now it's about fucking maintaining and kicking ass. And so they're doing it. They have all kinds of new products, and they're coming out with some shoes here soon. So I'm actually pretty excited about getting some of those. What else? I don't even know what else there is. Shit, man. You guys know True North Motor Company. That's another one of my brands that I'm helping with and proud of. The motorcycle community's kind of become. We'll just jump into it, man. We'll just start talking. Fucking. We'll probably motorcycle community is kind of just came over me in this tidal wave fashion. My wife's like, "Do you really enjoy it that much?" I was like, "I do. I really do." There's something different about it, and I'm not. There's some guys in the motorcycle community that are douchey, right? Like there isn't any other community. But then there's a few dudes that are just there just to ride and enjoy it. It's a little bit of therapy for you. It's a nice little community there for you. It's kind of like everything that a lot of us look for getting out of the military and finding, you know, guys that just want to do something that's less stressed. Like for some reason, it's different. It's different. You can join, excuse me, you can join. You can go to the bar every Friday night and have some friends, but these are a different kind of group of guys. These are probably the same guys you see at the fucking bar. But the guys on a Sunday that go for a drive are not there for anything other than hitting the road and fucking cruising. And so I'm really proud to be a part of this community now and actually trying to really get more involved. I'm working on a project with Hero Sports currently. Hero Sports' organization is herosports.org. herosports.org. That is a nonprofit organization that I work with and I've helped continue to grow and brand, and I just fucking love. Is we provide sports and other things, but sports for veterans. And so we're able to pay for the financial means of guys who want to play in a softball league or want to play in a volleyball league, just getting them actively back into the community and in fitness, right? It's very important. And there's also a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff like that too. We decided to partner up with them, and we got a bike to donate. We're going to be donating a bike to a veteran here soon. We're getting it fixed up a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and start pushing it out there. But we're doing that with True North. True North is getting it fixed up. They're getting all kinds of little things to hook up with it, and we'll be able to hopefully donate a motorcycle to a veteran in need or in want of a community that they want to be a part of. They want to get involved in it, or one that maybe they do ride and they need a motorcycle. I mean, this isn't going to be the craziest, best motorcycle yet. Hopefully, down the road, True North is going to be able to donate brand new 2000 whatevers. So for now, they're doing what they can, and it's pretty exciting. Speaking on that, I own Freedom Jerky. I'm one of the owners of Freedom Jerky. We are doing some cool stuff with that. Really, the money that goes to Freedom Jerky, and it's all U.S. made. It's here. It's good. There's different flavors from spicy to teriyaki to original. But the money for that goes straight into Warhorse, which is another nonprofit out there that's doing really good stuff for veterans. I mean, you can go out there and see. I'm going to try and see if I can get some Warhorse news team. Yeah, so we're doing all kinds of cool stuff with Warhorse, but the goal is to eventually, get some guys out there, hang out for a week, guys that have some issues, and we want to try and debrief, right? We want to try and help guys get over a lot of the issues with assimilation and I guess, coming back to the civilian culture and trying to get used to it and trying to fit in. And so it's a cool little company. We're going to keep growing that. You'll see more about that here in 2018, like I said. Boom. Sorry, let's see. I have to check on my son. He's playing his video games. But, dude, there's a few subjects I wanted to talk about, man. I don't even know how long I'm going to go. I just kind of decided to jump on here. But, hey, so the other day I went up to Northern California. I did a Drinking Bros event in Northern California. Really, I was I wanted to check out Kinetic Inc. Me and David Kang, we are the founders of Kinetic Inc. USA. We want to start some tattoo companies, Kinetic Inc. essentially, all over the United States with the same kind of veteran and law enforcement support structure, right? It's just one of those places where you go in there in very welcoming feel and a very, very comfortable and recognizable look, if you will, right? And so I went out there, I finally had my first chance to go out there and check out Kinetic Inc. in Sacramento, and they're doing fucking great. They got some amazing artists out there. And we kind of did a meet and greet, or it turned into a meet and greet. And that's essentially wasn't originally going to be, but it became that, which is perfectly fine. But you guys know, sometimes when we do meet and greet, and I think there was probably around 100 people there. And so they're shaking your hands, they're taking pictures, and they're freaking, they're buying you drinks, and they're doing everything. And a lot of my friends that, I've known I know Dave for a long time and his wife Jen. And so they were like, do you hate this? Do you absolutely hate it? You look exhausted. And I was like, no, I'm exhausted from my flight. I don't hate taking pictures, saying what's up, responding to emails and text messages and stuff like that. I don't hate it at all. Does it get overwhelming? Hell yeah. Like, that's the fucking truth. It gets overwhelming. But it's kind of like, it comes with a bag, right? You knew what we were doing. We knew what we were doing. We started Article 15 Clothing and putting ourselves out there on YouTube. You knew that you were going to put yourself in the spotlight, that people were going to become supporters of it, and then from there, there's going to be fans, and then there's going to be crazy people, there's going to be normal people, there's going to be people that you inspire, people that you motivate. All these things are going to come with what you do. And so for me personally, do I hate it? Hell no, I don't hate it. By far, I don't hate it. I get overwhelmed at times, but I appreciate it, right? I think the real thing is, like, I know who gives me the ability to do what I do daily. It's not me. I'm just up here doing this, recording a podcast, doing some videos, right? Making some products, or whatever, entertaining people, whatever the case is. I do that for a living. This is what I do 24/7 now, right? And I appreciate it, right? I get to wake up and take my kids to school because of you. I get to be there to pick them up from school and sit there and do their homework because of you. I get to sit here and really try and work my ass off to achieve bigger and better because of you. So no, I do not hate it. Does it get overwhelming? Yes. There's times I just want to sit there and just like have a normal conversation. But at the same time, fuck, I appreciate it. I appreciate every second of this because you never know when it's all going to get taken away from you, right? I never know when all this goes to shit and all of a sudden I'm back being a corrections officer, right? Making whatever a year and trying to supplement the loss of income I've took by whoever knows what, right? Because it could happen, right? There's a life expectancy rate. I like to say it, a life expectancy rate or an expiration date on what we do. As entertainers, you got to continue to grow. You got to continue to change. You got to go with the flow of things. You got to expand. And so if you don't do that, you get left in the dust. If you don't try and expand, you get left in the dust. And so that's what I've been doing. That's why I've kind of stepped away from with the original stuff, because I just have to continue to try and grow my personal brand, because no one obviously gives a fuck about me more than me. And no one knows what's best for me other than me. And so I have to keep expanding and growing, and with that becomes change, which is super uncomfortable at times, but at the same time, what I have now is fucking amazing, and it's because of all of you. And what can potentially come of all this, say the show and the Mayans, say that kicks off, say my character for some reason people really start to like, and say my character makes it past the first season, like just who knows, right? Because I honestly don't know any of this yet. But then it's going to be, I'm going to be going to freaking McDonald's and being noticed, right? It doesn't happen often, it happens here and there. And so what do? Do you complain? Fuck no. You appreciate it, right? Because they give you the people that support you, the people that follow you, the people that love you, the people that are there liking every post you do on Instagram. Those are the people that I do it for, because those are the people who give me the life that I have today. It's what I appreciate. So no, I do not hate it. I actually kind of love it. At the same time, there could always be someone that's a little overwhelming. I hate the dudes that are handsy. Like anyone that grabs my neck, I get fucking annoyed. Like, don't grab my neck. Some guy wanted to pick me up the other day. I was like, no, don't pick me up. Like I immediately went straight to double underhooks. Nick knows this. Nick Palmachano, me and him, every time we hug each other, we go for double underhooks instead of a regular hug. But that's what this guy was coming in to try and, like, I could see him lifting people all over the place. He comes over to me and I threw a double underhook on him real quick because I'm like, no, you're not gonna get in the position to lift me up, because fuck all that, dude. I don't play all the drunk games, dude. I just chill. So that's it. No, I do not hate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate this life. I appreciate everyone who's listening, every moment that you guys listen. And again, I just want to say thank you guys. On to the next subject. Rude people. Oh my God. Rude people. Like, is it fucking hard to raise your fucking kids with manners? Or is it hard to just have fucking manners, right? Like, it drives me crazy. You know who has the most manners? The most manners in a community. The best manners you're going to find in a community is in a prison. Why is that? Why in a prison do you think that? Why? Because everyone's in there for being fucking assholes, right? There's someone in there for fucking murder. There's someone in there for attempted murder. There's someone in there for assault. Someone in there for rape. There's someone in there for every real reason. There's people in there. But you know what happens in a prison? You say, excuse me, for fucking everything. You say, my bad, for everything. You say, thank you. All the basic shit that everyone should do in society, they do it in prison. Because if not, you're going to get your fucking ass stabbed. But it's something that's really important to see, and something that's interesting to see. Why the fuck aren't people just normally like that? Where the fuck is our manners gone? Yeah, like, the only thing I really give a shit about in life is that my kids have manners, right? Like, if they have manners, they're gonna go a long fucking way. Like, I say yes, sir, yes, ma'am to everyone just by the fact that it's just ingrained in me from my father, right? You know, I say thank you and please for everything, even when I don't fucking need to. I just throw it. I throw a please and a thank you for everything, because it's important to know that I'm not a fucking dick and I appreciate whatever they're doing for me, right? Like, I'm never rude to a waitress. Even if they suck, I keep my mouth shut. I'm like, all right, I might tip a little bit less because they're obviously, this is their job, right? They want to be good at their job. But at the same time, if they're terrible, they're probably having a bad day. But at the same time, like, Okay, I'm not gonna go and fucking make this the worst day by talking shit to them. I just fucking get on with it, right? I am polite to everyone, every stranger, every single thing I walks into me. I'm polite. Until you cross a fucking line with me, you're gonna get the fucking nicest dude with all the fucking manners you can imagine. And then you cross me, then you're gonna see the guy says, all right, well then fuck you, dude. But here's why I'm so pissed about this. This is crazy. I went to Park City with the lady. We're sitting there at a bar that has tables, right? So we're at a table. We had a dinner with some friends. We're talking, and I was with Jess from True North Motor Company. So I'm with Jess and his wife, and we're sitting there. We're having a couple drinks. We're sitting there eating some food, and some guy randomly finishes a beer and throws it on our table. And Jess grabs and goes, "No, bro, you're good. This isn't trash. The bar's over there." And the guy looked at him like, "What?" And that's when I was like, "Okay, here we go. This is gonna be fucking stupid." So eventually, the dude's standing there with his friends. They're kind of looking at us. So I stood up and I'm just kind of behind my chair in case I needed to fucking engage on a motherfucker real quick. I was gonna fucking beat the life out of a motherfucker for being rude. I was actually 2 stories up, and I thought about, like, if this guy ran to me, I'd want to throw him over the roof onto the floor. Like, fuck him. That's how mad I was, because he's rude. Not for any other fucking reason. He was just being a fucking dick. He felt that he had he had the balls, or he had the right to put his empty fucking glass on our table while we're having a fucking dinner. Now, it wasn't just one motherfucker. By the end of the night, it was 5 fucking people put their fucking drink on our table. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with humanity? Who the fuck are you to put your fucking trash on my table, you cocksucking motherfucker? Trust me, for some reason, I didn't understand, but I wanted to beat everyone's ass in that place. That kept putting that, like, the next person, I want to get their glass and just throw it right fucking back at them. But, like, you know, Chris is like, relax, and we're all kind of like, what the fuck is wrong with this place? But drunk people are just always fucking stupid, you know. But it's kind of like, I see that all the time, though. I see rude people doing shit. Like, people live as if everyone around them should be fucking laying down to them. And I don't see it that way. I see in my life, like, I live my life being courteous to everyone around me, even if they don't fucking deserve it. I just am. Until they blatantly attack me, you won't see me fucking, even guys that talk shit on the internet. There's some fucking knucklehead that was talking shit on a veteran group, and he's talking all this shit about Matt. He's saying Matt and Crispy, all these fucking guys are super solid dudes, and saying they only care about themselves. It's like, what are you talking about? And he just started talking shit. I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. And I still never commented rude to him. I was just like, well, you know, I was like, well, what have you done for the community, right? And he said a small list of whatever the fuck he did. And I was like, well, thank you for your service. And at no time did I change my fucking demeanor, because I'm not gonna this guy he's not gonna get that extra energy from me, right? Because fuck him, right? He wants to talk shit, go ahead. He's just another disgruntled dude that's probably jealous and upset that he can't get the fucking following that other guys get, and they can't get the fucking attention, so then they go and bash other people around them. Those are fucking idiots, right? They're never gonna be successful that way. They're pointing fingers at everyone else, blaming everyone else for their own bullshit. Either way, you won't find me to be rude to you unless it's warranted. I will say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. My wife will. We all will. The kids will. I don't understand a society where anyone thinks they're better than anyone else. I don't think I'm better than a fucking waiter. I used to be one. Like, I don't think I'm better than an Uber driver. I used to be one. I don't think I'm better than a car salesman. I used to be one. I don't think I'm better than the cook in the back of a fucking Texas Roadhouse, because I used to be one. Okay? You gotta be grounded, people. You gotta fucking know you ain't shit. You ain't shit. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. Your fucking attitude is everything. And if you're just a fucking cocksucker, damn, I can't. I despise people like that. Like, I will not keep in my inner circle people that fucking think that they can run their mouth on social media as social media tough guys. And then when you meet them, you're like, oh, you're a fucking candy-ass bitch, dude. You're nothing. It's weird to me, right? Like, you don't need to show your balls to everyone, right? That's what people do. People that are rude, I think they're just showing their balls. That's what I think. I think they're just kind of showing, like, oh, yeah, I can do whatever I want. It's like, nah, you can't, right? You're going to cross the line one day, and then you're going to get your fucking ass beat. Because there's a reality. There's this one thing that trumps everything, right? In life. How do you humble a dude? When we were all younger, how did you humble a bully? You beat his ass. You beat his ass. There's nothing more humiliating and humbling than getting your ass kicked. And when you do that, you kind of look at life like, holy shit, I'm not as fucking tough as I thought I was. Or like, that's embarrassing getting my ass kicked. Those people are probably the best ones, right? Because they get embarrassed so bad, they change. It is a fucking tidal wave of change, because you're like, wow, I can't go on living this way or else I'm gonna get my ass whooped all my life. I have to at one time identify that I'm not the fucking coolest dude in the room. And just be chill. Just be cool, bro. Be cool. That's what my old neighbor used to say, man. Be cool, bro. Just be cool. But that's the thing that drives me nuts, man. Like, the old equalizer in life is a fucking good ass whooping. Like, I try and explain, like, in society today, they don't agree on that, right? Like, people don't agree with fighting. They think it's bad and dangerous. Like, nah, dude, realistically, a lot of people need their ass whooped. You know, I think there's a lot of cocky ass dudes out there that fucking run their mouth, and they just need a good ass whooping. But it's, you know what you can do? I've offered guys, like, let's go to the gym. I'll throw on gloves. We'll spar. It's cool, dude, right? Because even if you just do a sparring and you see someone who's more talented than you, it's an eye opener, man. I've gotten into the ring with dudes and fucking they've just like woke me up, and I'm like, damn, I need to go train more, right? I think the guys who are the best at fighting are humble because they know how much it hurt fucking getting to where they're at, how much work it actually takes, and fucking how many other dudes have fucking caught them before, and you're like, man, this world of fighting is interesting, right? But that's the thing, is like, all these dudes that are fucking rude, I just want to fight them. Like a good old fashioned, like, fucking shake hands, take off your jacket, fucking fight real quick, and then shake hands after, and you'll watch that guy's complete life change. He'll be like, wow, I do not want to go through life having to fight every dude on every corner because I'm a dick all the time. Imagine that. Imagine a life where it is fight club, like a public fight club, right? Not the secret fight club. Like, publicly, you're allowed to fuck a dude up, full on fists if you needed to, if the dude was being a dick. Like, if it's an unwarranted, rude motherfucker. Like, a guy goes and puts a drink on your table and you go, burp, sir, I'm going to call you on that. We're going to have a gentleman's duel. We go downstairs and we're going to fight. And the guy goes, fuck, I can't deny a fucking gentleman's duel, right? Because if I do, I'm a bitch. And I don't want to be a bitch. Society will see me as a bitch. So I'm going to go downstairs and do a gentleman's duel with this guy. And the guy's going to whoop his ass, right? And this dude's gonna come back upstairs and say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be putting drinks on people's fucking tables. Because if I do that for 4 more tables, I'm gonna have 4 more fights and getting my ass kicked all night. Forget that. I think we need to start the gentleman's duel, like back in the day where they used to take off their gloves and smack each other. Oh my god, that sounds so fucking good, doesn't it? That would be rad. Just go up to a dude like, sir, I beg your pardon. Would you mind joining me downstairs for a duel so I could whoop that fucking rude ass of yours, right? It's the same as like if someone raises their parents bad, raises their kids terrible and their kids are rude as fuck, right? And some kid, I remember early in the year, my daughter was getting picked on. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram, my daughter was getting picked on, and so I just told my son, like, hey, go take care of it, right? Like, if that kid's parents aren't raising him right to freaking treat girls with respect, handle it. You know, and what I would have loved to do is sit there and watch that kid get picked up by his dad, and then go knock on the dad's door and say, like, sir, I'd love to offer my experience in a gentleman's duel. Let's go outside. Let's take a few minutes to just throw the hands a little. And once he gets his ass whooped, he's gonna realize, like, what was that for? I'm gonna say, dude, you're raising a punk kid who doesn't respect women, right? And dude, imagine how life would change with a gentleman's duel. God, that'd be so awesome. No more 5 paces, no guns. Just take off your rings, take off your jacket. You can even take off your earrings if you still wear earrings, if you're still one of those guys. But like, put your hat backwards and throw some blows. A 3-minute round, 1 3-minute round, dude. Most guys can't even take 3 minutes. If you're not a trained dude, 3 minutes feels like fucking 30 minutes. A gentleman's duel. Oh my god, this is great. I was gonna talk about so many other things, but I kind of went off on a rant on this. Wow. Either way, I'm going to close this out, man. You guys remember I talked about Can't Break Me? Think about that. Think about that daily. Think about that when you wake up in the morning. Think about that when you go to sleep at night. Think about that at school. Think about that at work. When somebody is pushing your buttons, you can't break me. You got to tell yourself that. If life is hard, life cannot break you. Society cannot break you. Social media cannot break you. No one can break you but yourself. That's just the reality of it, people. You can only react to the only thing you can do to someone else's actions. You can't change other people's actions. You can't change life, the way it goes. You can only change the way you react to the situation. And if you tell yourself you can't break me, and then you start thinking of a process on how you're going to handle the situation because you won't let them break you, you're going to be more successful in whatever the fuck it is, all right? So think about those. Think about what I said. Man, we should bring a gentleman's duel back, shouldn't we? An old school duel. Almost like a shootout, but with fists. Fucking rad. Either way, think about it. Can't break me. Take care.
I did it